that we should never have here. I'm contemplating going to 4G Wi-Fi. It's ridiculous, but for some reason over the last couple of events it's been very, very intermittent.
Okay, quite good numbers now, 120 odd watching this.
Yeah, it had gone off. I think it had gone off.
Seemed to be okay, well the pictures are there, so...
The way I do it now, even if it goes off, if I go live it'll come back with the same feed, I think. Which it didn't used to do that before. You had to start searching for a new feed. So it's not too bad, but it definitely went off, and I don't know why. Like I say, I do know there's a massive issue with the Wi-Fi this weekend. They had it on the top table. They had no internet at all yesterday. So,
wow.
And they're running off the same feed as what I've got, but they had no internet at all. And I tried to log into my computer when I got home. I went home to go and get my clothes and stuff like that for the weekend yesterday afternoon. And when I got home, I tried to log in just to do something, and it just wouldn't let me log in at all, so very strange. Thank you, Andrew, Derek. Stephen Wood here is watching from the beach in Cyprus. 29 degrees here. Well, good luck playing in pool in 29 degrees. I'm really gutted for you. 29 degrees. He's gone out early. There's quite a few not going out till tomorrow. And I have been told, I don't know if it's right or not, so maybe, I don't know, Steve, if you join us again over the weekend, let me know, will you? I've been told that the Cypriot government have sorted it, paid for it, so that there's a stream on every single table, Reggie. 40 odd tables.
Okay.
40 odd tables, so whether that's just talking, I don't know, but I've heard there's going to be a camera on every single table, so...
Wow.
That's some setup.
Yeah, the man himself, Mr. Wood here, sitting in 29 degrees in Cyprus.
Yeah.
It's all the...
He's not said whether he's in his Speedos or not, though. Do you know what I mean? That'd be a sight, wouldn't it?
Oh, dear. Oh. You know, what can you say? I mean...
And apparently it's a really, really nice hotel.
Oh, you know what? I could have got back into the county setup. I should probably.
It's not worth it, Reg. It's not worth it.
Derby as a county now is done. Derby is
gone.
It's done.
Back to world rules, Reg.
Well,
I'm contemplating it, you know.
Derby's done as a county in Blackpool. You know,
it's a shame. It's a shame.
It is. We used to have 4 or 5 years ago. It looked so promising for Derbyshire with the players that we had. Making 5 years ago for 2014 win. From 11 to 14, won it in 11, the county finals. From that 3 or 4 year period, we were always contenders, yeah? But then, for that next sort of 2 or 3 years...
I know what it is, you know. It's all the money they owe for the broken caravans down in Chelsea. No, they've all done a runner. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, don't want to pay it back. It's just disappointing, but things happen, times change. People don't play, so what can you do? It's just the way it is.
Steve Woody has been there since Wednesday. He's gone for a week. He's gone for a couple of weeks, hasn't he? Has he? All right. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's not a bad idea, that is it? We'll go on holiday. Yeah. You go up beach, and I'll go play pool. She's not going to complain, is she? You know what I mean?
That's a good way
go to a pool camp, innit? Yeah. You go on beach and I'll go and play pool. Hey, see, he's not as daft as what you said he was.
Steve, if you're listening, I never said that.
Anyway, tell you what, you'll get me in trouble, you Reggie. Yeah, he stayed in a B&B, he said, in Chelsea. I was alright, and when I went down and streamed, I was in a big chalet a couple of days before with Joe Flaherty, and then had a lovely caravan.
There we go, shithole Chelsea. Steve laying down the law here. County Pool people, are you listening? Chelsea is a shithole.
So,
remember, you heard it first here.
This is Claire Smith, for those of you that don't know her.
I don't know her. Is she any good?
I've no idea, I don't know her. Just know it's Claire Smith. But she seems to be holding her own here. She's doing alright so far. Leaves a plant after this, I think.
Yeah, that's what she's clearly there. Not bothered about sending the white round head. Just dollied the ball in and just
possibly, I mean, with the plant being on, she's got a lot of room here, so she could maybe have left herself a bit more of an angle to get around the back of that black.
That was always my worry.
Oh, she's okay. Well, she's okay, I think. She's okay.
She's been fortunate. The red shouldn't be coming out off the pocket and away towards the black spot. So
yeah,
it's run away there. She played the plant badly.
Yeah, that's the distance she left it, and that's why I said she could have been a little bit closer to it, really. But she's still okay, yeah. I'm not too sure she's got the wrong angle. Let me have a quick...
Steve Wood here said he's laughing and he's having a pint on a sunbed.
Laughing?
On a sun lounger.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well,
he's loving
it's going to look a bit strange, isn't it? Somebody sat on a sun lounger just laughing away.
That's a great finish.
That's a great finish.
Wowza.
From Claire Smith. So, Adam Cliff knows who Claire Smith is. Because she's just beat him. Simple as that.
You know, taking him out. Very, very effective, should I say,
Fair
very
play.
positive manner. Like that. It's good to see.
So, I don't know who we've got coming up. I'm just going to go on.
Just on the outside of the white box.
Webby winning a karaoke comp doesn't come as no big surprise. Yeah, Hayley Morris liked that as well. I thought it was a good finish, Hayley, myself, personally. I don't know Claire, but impressed anyway, for sure. The Galway #1 like that one as well.
So they've turned out not to be too bad of a side, this Roxwood Lions. 4-2 up against Renishaw. While they're putting their names on the sheet, Reggie, we'll just have a little bit of an interval.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers, Paul. Yeah, I will get a bit more overhead. It's just that because the way I set it up yesterday for the speed pool, didn't really get a chance. I tried to swap it round last night back to how it should be, but I didn't really get a chance. So the overhead camera should be on a separate feed where I don't get the scoreboard on. So I tend not to use it as much because I know I'll forget to set the scoreboard off first, but I will sort it out a bit later on today once the group stages are finished. Tequila. I'm sure they've turned the music up.
Craig, come away from that type of comment, please. Nobody begged anybody. Wayne asked me to come and work for him. Simple as. There's no involvement from Sharon or Rob whatsoever. Wayne asked me.
I've just blocked him. I'm not having it, Craig. All you got to do, Craig, is come and ask me. You don't have to put comments like that on there. Nobody's begged anybody. Reggie's a good friend of mine, and has been from since the first time I met you, Reggie. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's my decision. He's working for me. He's not working for anybody else. He's working for me personally. So you can take comments like that, and you can do whatever you want with them, but you won't be putting them on my stream. It's as simple as that. And that goes for anybody else who feels it's okay to start coming out with all sorts of rubbish about whatever they feel like. It's time people started learning. Social media could be a very good place to be, especially for pool competitions. But while ever you've got idiots, and I mean idiots, and if you don't like it, come and say something to me, because I'm really not that fussed, right? While ever you've got idiots commenting and coming out with all sorts of rubbish they know absolutely nothing about, pool will never move on. And players like you have your standard as well, Craig. You should know better, really, because it's you that will benefit from it, okay? So as far as that goes, go and take your comments somewhere else, because you will not be putting them on my stream ever again. Simple as that.
Well, there you go, people. But that is, in truth, the top and bottom of it, and, we're not here for that sort of thing. At the end of the day, personal stuff and commentate, that type of thing. There's a time and a place to voice your opinion. It certainly is none here in that manner. So, sadly to say, I think Wayne's removed Craig from the chat because obviously Wayne doesn't take any prisoners where...
I actually think, I shouldn't have to say it, Reggie, but I actually think, personally, I think you are the most, when it comes to knowledge within the game and knowledge from many years gone by with, far out there in front of anybody else that I know that commentates on pool, and I don't care who it is, and I'm including myself, obviously. I don't even think I'm anywhere near your unbelievable, and I shouldn't have to, so as far as you're working for me, and that's all there is to it. I've asked you to come and do some commentary all weekend. I'm paying you, and it's because I feel as though you're going to add something to the Bapto stream, my stream. End of story.
That's it. That's a good shot there by Jordan Johnson there. Great shot, playing a tremendous shot there, that last shot. But yeah, I appreciate that, Wayne. And to me, just about keeping things sensible, and as I said, having, if you like, voicing opinions about other people, i.e. Sharon or Rob, or anybody else for that matter. There's a time and a place for anybody to do that, not just anybody. And coming on a stream is not the place, because it's just a breeding ground then for all sorts of other nonsense.
And that's what happens. Other people jump on the bandwagon, and then before you know it, you've got chaos. And as you know, you should already know by now. I don't stand for it. I'm going to have to turn this microphone down because it's.
So anyway, safely to say we move on from that episode. Wayne obviously made this quite clear on that point that what the predicament was regarding this tournament. So somebody's trying to ring me there. God knows who. Thought I'd blocked that number before, but go on, never mind. Good take out this by Jordan Johnson.
Two.
3 apiece it is then. Jordan Johnson taking out. Big finish there. So all square at 3s.
So I'm having to turn the microphones up a little bit. I'm sure they've turned that music up, Reggie. It's a bit annoying, but there you go.
So Renishaw win the lag to break off in frame 7.
Yeah, Brian missed that comment before. Brian Kirby. There is no game on the other table. In the group stages, they'll only use that because they've all been allocated matches. So they'll only use that if a match is lagging behind a little bit. So at the moment that one's empty. There's a spare table in every pod, in each of the 4 pods, just in case they need to move anybody onto 2 tables. He's got it nailed on here as Rob and Sharon, which is why, certainly while I've been streaming these events since 2014, everything seems to run just absolutely smooth. I think there was probably been one year when they oversubscribed and they didn't really think about it enough. But they learned from that, and everything since then's been absolutely spot on. But yeah, they oversubscribed. I think they had about 200 teams in, or something like that, was it?
Yeah,
something like that. They had a lot of teams in anyway. They had over 200 teams enter a couple of years ago, Reg, in the first 24 hours of announcing the registrations. That's how mad it went. Which is why they came up with the idea of the amateur event and splitting it into 2, because obviously it was that popular with the pool players that they decided that time is right. I only said to him the other day because there's 144 teams here. I think is it this weekend? No, that's for Golden 8 Ball again. There's 144 teams in the amateur. That's already booked up. I think there's about 20 teams left, 20 spaces left for the Pro-Am the following week. And I only said to him the other day, if it gets like that for the Bapto, you're going to be needing another weekend. Two
Yeah,
weekends of the trot in
absolutely.
November, like, you know what I mean?
But that's popularity is things.
Of course it is.
You know,
It speaks for itself when it sells out so quick, 6 months in advance. And you need to
absolutely.
do as well when you're running logistically something as big as what this is. You need to be knowing that you've got the numbers coming a long, long time before. So, Stevie Webster's favourite tunes coming on.
Right. Okay. Just try and get back on the.
Facebook stream's gone down again for some reason. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It's still down.
It's gone. I don't know why. I've just had a message from somebody. Thank you very much. I really don't know. I'll sort it out. I really don't get why it's doing it. But we should be live again now on the same link. Just try it again, Reggie. Just refresh your pages if you're watching on YouTube and you want to go back to Facebook. I'm going to go and find Rob because he needs to get this technician down here. It may well be Facebook. I don't know because YouTube's okay. YouTube's no interruptions at all. Yeah, it might well be. Yeah, you're right, Reggie. It could well be. So there you go. Reggie just reminded me. It could be the copyright music. And I need to turn the mic gain down if that's the case, Reg, because otherwise, after 3 or 4 strikes, they'll turn you off for the full day. So. Yeah, so just bear in mind if it does go off on Facebook, it's fine on YouTube. They don't turn you off there anyway. They'll just mute my sound after about a month or so. If it does go off, we're on YouTube. It's the music. Yeah, thanks for tagging people in again and sharing away if you would. It is the music, this copyright that's closing us down. Not a lot I can do about it, I'm afraid, other than turn the mics off so you can't hear us commentating, which probably is not a bad thing anyway. But there you go. But it is okay on YouTube. Don't get interrupted on there. They'll just mute the sound or give all monetary donations that you get from people watching these to the rightful owner, I suppose. But I don't know, the software they use, they just think it's the music that we were streaming out there, and it's not. Obviously, it's the pool, which is the main focus, and there's not a lot I can do. And when you're at a venue as well, certainly in a pub, when a pub landlord pays his entertainment's license, should cover things like this, but it doesn't. So I think they just want a little bit more blood out of you. But anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do. They're trying to create something here. Well, they have created something here at the Norbreck that you just don't get anywhere else. And it is pool with a difference. You know, they are serious playing for a competition, but with a bit of a fun element as well. And that's why it's full up every year. Just have a quick pan round the room while we're waiting for them to. You can't really see. It doesn't really do it justice how busy it is. But like for instance, that corner there, the far end, it's just absolutely even. And then we go all the way down the room, down to the bottom end. You really can't tell. Those of you that have been here before will know what I'm talking about, but you can't tell how busy it really is. And I'm not too sure how much of the music you can hear. I can't really hear it too much on the headphones. But obviously Zuckerberg can hear it because he keeps cutting us off. But it's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere. Well, it was the high ceilings for certain few, but it's not anymore. But yeah, it's certainly a great venue, without a doubt. And I see people commenting, and not every venue suits everybody. We know that, but I don't know. When you think about it, you're in one venue, you eat, sleep, all in the same place, play pool, all in one room. I don't know. You can't beat it. I don't. The hotel's is going to be a little bit run down. I don't know when it was made. 1800s or something. I don't know. It's been here a long time. It's a massive, massive place. It's cost a fortune to keep in the condition it's in.
I'm back.
So those of you that have just tuned in that don't know, Mr. Reggie Gill has joined me this weekend for a little bit of commentating. How's it going so far, Reggie?
I'm really enjoying it, to be fair. It's nice to sit this side of the screen sometimes and, watch it all unfold. When you're out there playing, going from match to match, organising your team, your players, it's all just like from one game to another, bit of a blur at times, going through the motions over the first day, qualifying, etc.
Yeah.
Getting to the business end, etc. So it's a different feel, and so far so good. Yeah, it's been. Can't wait actually as it gets. We get nearer sort of into tomorrow, and you can start to see who's coming through from each section. You're looking for certain teams, certain names. So,
just to remind you as well, those of you that are tuned in on Facebook, if it does go off, it's because Zuckerberg can hear the music, and it doesn't like people enjoying themselves. He does copyright us. So, as soon as somebody messages me and lets me know, I will, or as soon as I spot it, I'll reconnect us back on Facebook.
We're going to have to keep hold of, be watching very, don't let it get lost.
Well, I've got it open now, so, but I do have to flick over to a different page every now and again, but I will keep an eye on it. But there might come a point where he might have had enough of chucking us off and disables us permanently for the day or for the weekend. It has been known, but there's not a lot I can do about it, really.
Jakob's tuning in, Mr. Elite 8 Ball. How are you, Jakob? Hope things are well.
It was his opening night last night, wasn't it? Well, Paul, well, Jacob, was it last night? No, it's tonight, isn't it? It's tonight. I've lost track of days. I've been here since Monday.
Yeah, it's tonight.
Well, I'm saying I've been here. I live here, but I've been up every day since Monday.
You know, I never knew after all this time that Lee Clough was a taxi driver.
Lee, yeah, Lee's been a taxi driver. Ooh. I think I recommended him to start taxi driving because I don't. Lee used to work at a place I was bar manager at many moons ago, just after he turned 18, and it was a bowling centre in Blackpool, and he wanted something different. Then I suggested taxi driving, but he had to have passed his test for so long, and you know, before he could do it, and he had to be at least 25. I think he's been doing it since he was 25, to be honest. So he's been doing it quite a few years now. Tonight, so anybody that's not here at the Norbreck Castle, we don't mind if you don't want to watch the stream later on. Get yourself down to is it what's they call it, Jacob? The Elite 8-Ball Lounge. Jacob will tell us on chat in a minute. In Oxford, tell us where it is, Jacob. I can't remember. Banbury, yeah. It was just on the tip of my tongue then. Banbury in Oxfordshire. Get yourself down there. I'm sure Jacob will and Charlie will sort you out. Just mention my name, and you'll probably get refused entry at the door.
Just tell them there's a tsunami on its way, and the doors will be closed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Reggie. Reggie. That's because he tagged you in as well. You're welcome, Jacob. Hope it's a good night. And all the best for the future.
Absolutely. It's good news to hear that they'd opened a venue like that over that way. And I think we've got quite a few players that play around there. And it's always nice to have a good venue it's sort of close to where you live, where you can go for a practice or a challenge match of some sort, maybe a money game. So, yeah, and of course, you know,
his stream's all right as well. You know what I mean? He's got a decent stream.
Yeah. Elite table streams, very good stream.
So hopefully we might see one or two more matches, tournaments coming out of Jacob's club.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's going to cost him a fortune at the bar anyway, because Charlie, she drinks like a fish, by the way. I don't know if you've ever noticed.
Well, I'm sure Jacob, hopefully you've got deep pockets. I didn't realise Charlie likes to drink then.
Oh yeah, last year, I think it was Bapto. Was it Jacob will know? I think it's about a year since they've been together. I think it was Bapto last year when they got together. Charlie was actually working on the stream, doing the commentary for the weekend, and she's very knowledgeable as well, by the way. But she was at the bar, Reggie, 2 minutes after it opened. At 9 o'clock in the morning.
She likes to vibe.
Sure, she vibes, yeah. Animal, she's an animal. Lovely girl, though, by the way.
Play. She likes to vibe. That's what this game's all about.
She only drinks at pool events. Well, there you go. She's just at a pool event every day, every weekend. In fact, she's been living at a pool event. Fair play, lovely girl.
That's good then. Well, she only drinks at pool events, Jacob says, so fair play.
Yeah, well, they've got a club now, Reggie. So 24/7. A year ago Sunday. There you go, you see.
Where did a year go? Wow.
A year.
So quick.
Yeah, it does these days, that does. I've been doing this since 2014, I just can't believe. This is the 6th year I've been doing it. Wow, what's that kind of music that they've got on there? Who's picked this? I'm not even going to say the word playlist. I had enough of it in June. But who's picked these tunes? Oh, it's Amarillo.
cutting out up there. Amplifier can't take it.
So from 3-2 down, the Renishaw Miners have kicked on and taken a 6-3 lead. Cheers, Jacob. I did 2 or 3 for this weekend, but one of them I must have caught the keyboard. Somebody said actually, you need to learn how to spell. What was it? Castle. I must have caught the keyboard twice. But when it's dark in here, I had to redo it yesterday because I'd missed one of the sponsors off.
Well,
and when it's dark in here, you can't see the keyboard properly, or I'd just caught it and not realised.
yeah.
So, but I ain't got time at the minute to redo it. But I've got 2 or 3. I've got one coming for tomorrow. Nice little intro.
Well, Renishaw Miners Welfare B have now moved 6-3 clear, and the guy just put the white off the table now. Earlier on, it was a bit of a shaky start. It seems to me, Wayne, that they've really found their potting socks, or should I say, found their way. And
yeah, they've come well back. 3-2 down there was.
Yeah, so 4 on the spin, and I don't know how they've done in the first couple of matches, but they look a decent outfit. They won it last year, but still say it's never easy to come back and try and to win it. 2 on the bounce or even 3. I don't think anybody's ever won it 3 on the bounce personally, unless my memory serves me wrong. But I don't remember anyone winning it 3 on the bounce. So.
No, maybe. Well, in the old days when it was probably a 7-man team, maybe.
Yeah, no one. I don't think. I mean, when it was a 7-man format, Wayne, it was even harder to win it 2 on the bounce.
Well, it would have been. Yeah, it was tough school back then. Brian Kirby's asking if I can give him the score from the other table. That's the state of play on the other table at the moment. There's absolutely bugger all happening. The other teams in this group are on table 16. So if you know where table 16 is here at the Norbeck, it's at the far end of the room. Why they've done that, I don't know, because there's a table there doing nothing. They could have been playing on that. I don't know. I think a certain person must have thought that the stream table matches end up being a lot longer than all the others, and it's not the case, which is why they've left the table spare so that they can put them on 2 tables. I kiboshed that after the first session this morning, because after about 4 frames they split them onto 2 tables, and I went and sorted that out. So we shouldn't have that happen anymore unless we are really behind, which we wasn't. So I don't know the score of the other match, because it is at the other end of the room, which a bit annoying, because I would have had a laptop in their corner and we would have had their score live on the stream. I do have a capability where I can put another table, attach it to the scoreboard, and it would come up in that little box there, Reggie.
Okay.
So
I'm beginning to think, right, the music is now, to me, too loud.
Yeah, it's not need for it to be that loud. You
I
can still get a good atmosphere without it being as loud
It
as that.
doesn't need to be this loud. I mean, when I first used to come here 5-6 years ago, 2013, and I remember that, we've always had music on, but it's like I've come here this year after 17 months, and the music's just deafening. I mean, if you go anywhere near the top table to go on Andy Sheeting, you walk past that speaker, it nearly blows you away. It's that pumping that much. Unbelievable how loud it doesn't need to be that loud.
No, I've said it before, which is why I start disconnecting these speakers behind me, because it gets a little bit too much sometimes. So what we'll do after this match, we'll probably start the next match off without any commentary, Reggie, and we'll have half an hour just to let our heads calm down a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's deafening, isn't it? It's a good job. I've got headphones on and it's still loud.
Yeah, it rings in your ears, and then you have to turn the headphones up so you can hear each other. And people don't realise, you'll probably be able to tell from the tone of our voices, as soon as the music goes down, we calm down. We talk normally, you know what I mean? But we're obviously shout when it's up. So it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. These people probably wouldn't come if it wasn't so loud. And Paul, it's not a bad idea that. I'll see what I can sort out. If I could sort it out, I'm sure it's possible. The only problem you would have in here is the lighting rigs, all the wires are not very visible. Certainly not with a camera, so you could end up running into one of those and hurting somebody. So probably not the best idea at a pool event like this, but it would be good.
Another chance gone begging now. It's borderline deafening. What can you do? Well, another good takeout, or should I say, decent takeout. But of course, the match was already won at 6-3. That was just a formality, an extra leg. They look a decent outfit, the Renishaw lads. So, be interesting to see how far their journey goes in this event, having won it last year. A couple of changes have made, but so far so good for them.
So that's it for this match. We will be back in about 5-10 minutes. Well, less than that, I would have thought. I'm not too sure how far on the other two teams I've got, so I'm going to go and find that out anyway. So any time within the next 5-10 minutes, we'll be back with Renishaw Miners versus the Nag's Head. So just bear with us, and like I say, we'll be back very, very shortly.